It was a regular day, but I wasn't feeling so well. So that morning, my mom drove me to school and we were in the parking lot in the car. I was like, Mom, I feel like I'm going to vomit today. Like, what's gonna happen if I do? I don't want anyone to make fun of me. I don't want them to say anything bad about me. I don't. And I was just like, Mom, you can't let me vomit at school. Please take me home. And my mom replied very coolly and calmly, You're not going to vomit. Stop overreacting. So I went to school and it was time for class, and I sat beside the meanest girl in her grade. She was very mean and manipulative, and she always dressed in pink, wearing a pink headband. She just really aggravated me. And I so happened to sit beside her. I started to feel a bit weird. My stomach started to grumble. It felt like I was having an earthquake in my stomach. I felt something going up my throat. In my mind, I was screaming, no, no, this can't be happening. No, this is not happening to me. I was like, okay, I need to vomit. I need to go to the bathroom, react fast, and it will all be okay. So I got up, and the mean girl, I was moving her desk very gently. I was pushing it away so I could pass to go to the bathroom. And she wasn't letting me pass through, being the mean witch she was. And I kept on pushing her chair forward so I could pass, but she wouldn't let me. So I stood there and I finally just pushed her. And she hit into the desk so hard, literally so hard. I could see her eyes turning red and it looked like she poked out a few devil horns. I turned around and the vomit was coming up, literally gagging, and I just vomited. And everyone turned around and started to point fingers and laugh at her, and I felt really bad because this was my fault. And ever since then, she hated me. But it's life. So that's my story.
I've got something amazing to show you. Lumify eye drops. They're a real game changer when it comes to beautiful looking eyes.
It all started in 6th grade, where we were gonna do the frog dissection, and I was so excited for this because ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to dissect a frog. We were split into groups, but if you don't know, I'm an introvert, and I like to do things by myself. I probably could have done this whole thing by myself, but you gotta learn how to work together in the future, or else you'll be a sad, lonely man. Okay. Now, we were split in a group, and there was this bully in our group. He was mean to most people. He said a lot of bad things to people. So he was going to choose the frog. Now, when he chose a frog, he splatted on the tray, but it was like bigger than the tray. It was a huge frog. Now, we had to check the mouth, and the tongue looked like it had been melted off. It was just disgusting. We don't know what happened to the tongue. Like, there was people crowded around us, and we really didn't know what happened. So now it was time to get to the dissecting part. Sadly, it wasn't me who was going to dissect it. It was another girl. Now, when she was dissecting it, we couldn't even see the organs because it was covered with eggs. It was really disgusting. There was a girl across the table who had a pale white face, and we were looking at her say, hey, are you going to be okay? And then all of a sudden, she just starts to pass out. I'm like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Do we continue with the dissection? I was very traumatized because we weren't even done and class was almost over, and now someone in our group just passed out. Now, the teacher gave her a wheelchair and rolled her to the nurse. We didn't learn anything because now class is over and we failed that quiz. And we had a reason to. Now, I don't think there's really a moral to the story, but if I can come up with one from the top of my head, maybe it's so don't be with a nauseous girl if you're dissecting a frog.
Oh my god, and we totally jumped off the cliff and had to swim all the way to shore because the dog chased us.